right, shalom, shalom. I'm a Hebrew Israelite coming to you week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, okay, aka Babylon, Egypt, Nineveh, Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, so on and so forth. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the elect elders of Israel. Peace, salutations to the Akim Christians going throughout the four corners of the planet. All right, and shalom to the elect man, woman, and child. All right, and I got a video that I want to go into because pretty much America is checkmated by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, we're in a checkmate situation here in America, okay? Checkmate, okay? That's short and sweet, man. Let's look up the definition of checkmate. And shalom to the brother, the elder Sagalah. Shalom a lot. Yeah, how about you? How Barakadah to you and your household? Definition of checkmate. Let's get it. What's the definition of checkmate? Let's see if we give it to. What's the definition of checkmate? It says, I thought it was going to read it, run it down for me. Okay, it says, definition of checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
All right. It says checkmate. A check from which a king cannot escape. Right. That's essentially where we at with it. In this video, okay, that I got. All right, this guy sounds like an Edomite. He's gonna run it down. Okay, America is finished. All right, and now it's the inevitable. All right, the collapse of America is imminent. All right, it's 144% going to happen. All right, so hey, what manner of conversation are you to be in, man? All right, let me grab that, man. All right. Right, this place is finished. This is 2 Peter 3:11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversation? Right. So that's the spirit we ought to be in. All right. We ought to be in the spirit of getting or cleaving or getting close to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, man. So without further ado, let me get this video. And I'm gonna probably do like a series of this, going into this topic. Okay. Let's get this.
Donald Trump just promised to fix the economy. And I actually believe he wants to. But there's a problem. The crash coming in 2026 is bigger than any president. It's mathematical, it's unstoppable, and I need to show you why. Look, this isn't a political video. I don't care if you love Trump or hate him. That's irrelevant to what I'm about to show you. Because what's coming transcends politics. It transcends parties. It transcends any individual leader, no matter how powerful or well-intentioned they might be. The economic crash that's building right now, the one that's going to hit in 2026, it was set in motion decades ago, long before Trump, long before Biden, long before any of the current players were even in the game. This is the result of 50 years of bad decisions, compounding errors, and mathematical inevitabilities that no president can reverse. Let me start by being clear about something. Trump isn't stupid. He's not ignorant about economics. Say what you want about his policies or his personality. But the man understands business. He understands debt. He understands leverage. He knows how money works. And I genuinely believe that he wants to fix the economy. I think he looks at the problems we're facing and honestly believes he can solve them. He's a builder. He's a deal maker. He's someone who's spent his entire life fixing problems and making things work. But here's the brutal truth. Some problems are too big to fix. Some situations are too far gone. Some mathematical realities don't care about willpower or deal-making skills or presidential authority. And the economic crisis we're facing is one of those situations. Let me break down exactly why Trump, or any president, cannot stop what's coming. Reason number one, the debt is too large. The United States has $36 trillion in national debt right now. Let that number sink in, 36 trillion. That's more than our entire GDP. We owe more than we produce in a year. And it's growing by $2 trillion every year. Every single year, we add another $2 trillion to the pile.
So let me stop that for a minute. So the first thing he named is America being 36 trillion in debt. If I'm not mistaken, that's what he said. But hey, and that's just that's a false number. All right, let's get this real quick. But we do know, even if it's 36 trillion in debt or 300 trillion, because 36 trillion, you're not coming out of that. Okay, you're not coming out of that. There's no way. You have to, hey, it's like you playing a game and you lose it, you getting blown out so bad. Hey, you have to pull the plug. And that's what they're about to do. They're about to pull the plug and attempt to reset everything. Why? Because they're losing. All right? This is Habakkuk. You already know where I'm going. I'm going to start at 5. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right. And we see that's why they're trying to go over into Venezuela. That's why they're trying to, capitalize on Ukraine. Why? Because Ukraine, what they saying from what I hear is Ukraine has, the land is very fertile. All right. The soil, all right, the land is very fertile. All right. Good for what they call that, farming, produce, things of that nature. It says, yea, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Right. So this devil, he's never where he's supposed to be. He's all around the world trying to, conquer and kill, conquer, and destroy, man. All right. It says, who enlargeth his desires as hell, and it says, and is as death. It cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people, right? AKA America. Okay, the melting pot. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, this is the point, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? It says, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. Right. Okay, that thick clay, is that 36 trillion in debt. That's that debt. That thick clay is debt. Okay. Right. So this devil, he's done, man. Okay, let me get this. Then I go back to the video. Let me get this. Right? Um, bear with me. Bear with me. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus 21:8. He that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for his tomb of his burial, right? And that's what this devil's done throughout. Like he said, since they took the dollar off the gold standard. And just, hey, matter of fact, let me just go back to the video, because once again, he gonna say it better than I can ever say it, right? So this devil, all right, use a credit-based system, all right, and print money, all right, to build his empire. And now the house of cards are about to come crashing down all around. Okay, all around us.
Donald Trump just promised to fix the economy. And I actually believe he wants to. But there's a problem. The crash coming in 2026 is bigger than any president. It's mathematical. It's unstoppable. And I need to show you why. Look, this isn't a political video. I don't care if you love Trump or hate him. That's irrelevant to what I'm about to show you. Because what's coming transcends politics. It transcends parties. It transcends any individual leader, no matter how powerful or well-intentioned they might be. The economic crash that's building right now, the one that's going to hit in 2026, it was set in motion decades ago, long before Trump, long before Biden, long before any of the current players were even in the game. This is the result of 50 years of bad decisions, compounding errors, and mathematical inevitabilities that no president can reverse. Let me start by being clear about something. Trump isn't stupid. He's not ignorant about economics. Say what you want about his policies or his personality, but the man understands business. He understands debt. He understands leverage. He knows how money works. And I genuinely believe that he wants to fix the economy. I think he looks at the problems we're facing and honestly believes he can solve them. He's a builder. He's a deal maker. He's someone who's spent his entire life fixing problems and making things work. But here's the brutal truth. Some problems are too big to fix. Some situations are too far gone. Some mathematical realities don't care about willpower or deal-making skills or presidential authority. And the economic crisis we're facing is one of those situations. Let me break down exactly why Trump, or any president, cannot stop what's coming. Reason number one, the debt is too large. The United States has $36 trillion in national debt right now. Let that number sink in, 36 trillion. That's more than our entire GDP. We owe more than we produce in a year. And it's growing by $2 trillion every year. Every single year, we add another $2 trillion to the pile. Under Trump's first term, the debt grew by $8 trillion. Under Biden, it grew by another $7 trillion. It doesn't matter who's in office, the debt keeps growing. Now, Trump could theoretically try to cut spending. He could slash government programs, he could fire federal workers, he could try to balance the budget. But here's the problem. The math doesn't work anymore. Interest on the debt is now over $1 trillion per year. Just the interest. Not paying down the principal. Just the cost of servicing the debt we already have. That's more than we spend on defense. More than we spend on most government programs. Social Security costs about $1.4 trillion per year. Medicare costs about $1 trillion. Defense spending is about $850 billion. These three items alone are over $3 trillion. Add in the $1 trillion of interest, and you're at $4 trillion in spending. That is essentially untouchable. Our total federal revenue is about $4.5 trillion per year. You see the problem? Almost all of our revenue goes to just four things: interest, Social Security, Medicare, and defense. There's barely anything left for everything else: roads, education, veterans benefits, everything else the government does. So if Trump wants to actually reduce the deficit, he would need to cut Social Security, Medicare, or defense. But he can't. Politically, it's impossible. Cut Social Security, and you anger 70 million retirees who vote. Cut Medicare, and you lose senior citizens. Cut defense, and you're accused of weakening America.
Checkmate.
So the debt keeps growing. And as it grows, the interest payments grow. And as interest payments grow, they consume more of the budget. It's a death spiral.
Checkmate.
No president can stop it without making cuts that would be political suicide and social catastrophe. Reason number 2, the Federal Reserve is trapped. Trump doesn't control the Fed. The Fed is technically independent, but even if he did control it, it wouldn't matter, because the Fed is in an impossible situation. If the Fed raises interest rates to fight inflation, they crash the economy. Higher rates mean higher mortgage payments. Businesses can't afford loans. The stock market tanks. Real estate collapses. Unemployment spikes. We go into a severe recession or depression. But if the Fed keeps rates low to support the economy, inflation continues. The dollar loses value. Prices keep rising. People can't afford basic necessities.
Checkmate.
And eventually, inflation gets so bad that it forces a crisis anyway. The Fed is stuck between 2 terrible options. Crash now with high rates, or crash later with inflation.
Checkmate.
Either way, we crash. Trump can't change this. No
Either
president
way,
can.
it crash, baby.
The Fed painted itself into a corner over the past 15 years of money printing and zero interest rates. And now, there's no way out. Reason number 3, the demographics are fixed. This is the big one that nobody talks about. The baby boomers are retiring. 10,000 people turn 65 every single day. That's 3.6 million new retirees every year. And they're all expecting Social Security. They're all going to use Medicare. Donald Trump just promised to fix the economy. And I actually believe he wants to.
Right? So that's it right there, man.
There's a problem.
It's done. All right, let me get this, man. It's finished. Finito, man. This is, let me get this. Is a wrap. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah 19 and 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Right? Because, hey, like he said, it's no way. Listen. Either way it go, basically, he's basically saying it's over with. It's just dumb, kicking the can down the road. You know what I mean? It's hey, because that's what Esau will be doing with these, making these cuts. All right, these cuts, trying to pass these stimulus. All right, that's him kicking the can down the road. But it's only for eventually the road comes to an end. And that's the times that we're in right now. We're at the time where the road is coming to an end. Okay? Esau about to hit that proverbial wall. Okay? It says, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail or branch or rush may do. Right? Okay, no jobs. Okay, people receiving UBI, universal basic income. And you see these corporations, they laying on people left and right, man, by the thousands. Why is that? Because America is finished. Okay? It's done. It says, let me get this, right? Place is finished, man. Checkmate, man. Hey, and it's beautiful. Let me get this. This is Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of our Adawan's vengeance. He will render her unto her a recompense, right? And this is what we are about to see, that great recompense, right? That great payback, the judgment of Yahweh Shem Shai is upon this place, man. And there's nothing, like he said, hey, even if Trump did everything he could do in his power, there's no way that he can keep America from falling. So that's why, hey, pretty much, man, that the elite, they liquidating this place, man. Okay, they liquidating. The ship is sinking, and they jumping on lifeboats and getting the fuck up out of here, man. That's why you see it's a mass exodus from out of America, man. You see these rappers, these high paid actors. Okay, they're leaving America, man. I think Jay-Z and Beyonce left America and they over in France, man, if I'm not mistaken, man. Right? So so this place is on a precipitous decline, man, and there's no, hey, and if really America is terminally ill, man. Terminally ill, man. There's no coming back. There's no reviving this place. There's no healing medicine for this place, man. Okay, which brings me to this. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of her Adawan's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense, right? Babylon had been a golden cup in the Adawan hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad, right? We see these other nations with their hey man, you got, man, they talking about dumping American debt, man. China. I got another video. I'm like I said, I might do like a little series where I just kind of, you know, basically showing how this place is finished, man. Babylon, it says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take bond for her pain? And so it says, if so be, she may be healed, right? And that bomb is coming in the form of Esau's passing these executive orders, trying to invade all these countries. Because really, the invasion of Venezuela is all about that oil, man. Okay? Basically, it's like this. It's a two-for-oneer. They know that Russia is dealing with Venezuela, and pretty much Russia, okay, poured the Ukraine on America over here, okay, in Venezuela, man, because the reason why Putin went to war with, okay, Ukraine is because what America was trying to set up pretty much essentially in the Russian backyard. They was trying to get, you know, right on the borders of they was trying to install nuclear weapons right on the border of Ukraine, man, that goes into Russia. And Russia said, no, fuck all that. Before we let y'all do that, we'll just take that shit over and go to war before y'all can even do all that. So it's now the tables have turned and Russia has pulled what America tried to do over in Ukraine is what Russia is doing over there in Venezuela. Okay, they got interest over there. So America using the same tactics, but they trying to be PG about it. They, instead of just being, you know, fuck it, they're trying to be PG and say that, you know, it's because of drugs, it's because of this. But really is that, first and foremost, they don't want Russia shutting up shop in their backyard. And second and foremost, all that oil that Russia has, I mean, that Venezuela has, all right, is a key component to possibly getting America out of some of this debt that they're in. Right? So essentially what America is in the, once again, checkmate, man. It says, we will have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, every one into his own country, for her judgment reaching unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. The Lord have brought forth our righteousness and come and let us declare in Zion the work of our Adonai, our God. Right, and this is the work of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai that we seeing. All right, putting the hooks in these jaws of Russia. Okay, the Lord got all these lesser, insignificant, smaller countries throwing their hat in the war arena. Okay, ready to go to war. Hey, you had Russia. Let me get this real quick before I forget it. Let me get this. You had Russia come out and said, if Europe want to go to war, hey, they're ready, man. Okay, they're ready. They're ready to go to war with Europe. Okay, so you go to war with Europe and NATO. You go to war with America, man. So prophecy is being fulfilled. Okay, at an all-time high right now. If you in the right spirit, you can see. You got the eyes to see. This is Jeremiah 30 and I'm gonna start at. All right, Jeremiah 30 and 12. Now this was talking about Israelites, but according to Deuteronomy 30 and 7, right, all these curses will go from us to our enemies. All right, so you can apply this to Esau, Edom now. This is Jeremiah 30. I think I meant to say Deuteronomy 30 and 7. If I didn't say that. It said Jeremiah 30 and 12. For thus saith Adonai, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. Right, America is terminally ill, man. Okay? It's nothing that this place can do to come back from the inevitable. It's demise. It's destruction. It has to go. Listen, it's going to collapse. All hell's going to break loose. It has to go into war. It has to go into World War III. Hey, that's why the Lord says, since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee, man. Let the weak say I'm strong, man. The Lord is backing these devils into a corner that they can't get out of. And like the guy said, hey, they essentially painted themselves into a corner, man. It says, there is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. What's up, little bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yep, that's what's up. It says, there is none to plead thy cause. That's my neighbor. They Levi's, man. They Haitians. It says, there is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up. Thou hast no healing medicine, right? This place can't be healed. Okay? This place cannot be healed. It cannot be, okay, and right now, what we're seeing is they've been pretty much, America essentially been on life support since 2008, man. That first little collapse that they had to bail all the banks out, so on and so forth. And ever since then, this place has been on life support, man. All right, they've been inflating the dollar. They've been suppressing gold and silver. All right. Okay, and now what? We are finally at the end. It says, all thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with a wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one. For the multitude of thy iniquities, because thy sins were increased. Right. So the Lord said, what? He wounded you with the wound of an enemy, man. Okay, your dollar is weak, your army is weak. Okay, the people weak. It says, why criest thou for thy affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable. For the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased, I have done these things unto thee. Right? So, yeah, man, the Lord is angry with the wicked every day, man. Okay, and we're watching this place, okay, deteriorate in real time. Okay? In real time. But I wanted to grab something. Bear with me. Right, this devil about to take that hard fall, man. All right, and once he hit the ground, after he take this fall and hit the ground, what he's going into captivity. All right, let me see. All right, I wanted to get that in there. It says, let me get this. So the Lord what has wounded this place with the wound of an enemy. All right, this place is not coming back. Matter of fact, let me get this. Let me get this, man. All right, you got, hey, man, these nations, what they on go. The Lord got the spirit of them to be on go. All right, they with the shit, man. All right, this is Ezekiel. This is Ezekiel 35:5, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith for Adonai Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood. And it says, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Right. See, and that's what you do to a bully, man. All right, somebody that's a bully, you essentially, what you do to a bully is you bully the bully, man. All right, and that's what the Lord is doing. All right, it ain't nothing like a bully when all the little guys stand up to the bully, man. You know, that make him feel. That's why Obadiah says, "Well, I have made these small among the heathen that are greatly despised." Man, these other nations, what they're realizing who the problem is in the world. They understand that Esau, Edom is the wicked, man. All right, and now what? You got Russia being a guard unto these nations, okay, and you got these other countries because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Venezuela, they're selling oil without using American money, man. All right. So you got that's like God's in this truth, man. They'll say, "Hey, man, you got to be down with us. If you ain't down with us, the Lord ain't with you. Or if you ain't down with us, you not of the elect, right?" But then you got guys that clearly the Lord is dealing with them, and they're not down with a particular group or a group that got acronym, letters and acronyms, and you know what I'm saying. And the Lord is clearly with them, man. Right? Same thing with these lesser nations that America, like, hey, man, you got to be down with us. Hey, but these lesser nations, what they making moves without America, and they're prospering. So America, at least, and the leaders on this side, they're looking at that and they like, listen, the only thing we got now is our military, and that's what this devil's about to do. This devil's about to go to war with everybody, man. Okay, before he's taken out of power, this devil, he's about to lash out on everybody. He about to go to war with all the countries, all the people. He's about to take the whole world, the whole planet to war, man. Esau gonna go out in a blaze of glory, literally. Okay, Esau is gonna go out in a blaze of glory. He see his numbers are dwindling. All right, he's hated. The small hats, they're hated. Everybody hates them, and they're man. It's these devils. The time they losing, man. They're about to lose big. It says, "Thus will I make Salakia. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from him that passeth out, and him that returneth." Right, the Lord about to make these devils desolate, man. All right. He about to. It said every hand of the wicked should come upon these devils, man. Roughly paraphrasing. And I will fill his mountain with the slain men, and thy hills and thy valleys and all thy rivers, so they fall that are slain with the sword. And I will make thee perpetual desolation, and thy city shall not return. And ye shall know that I am out of wine. Right, you devils are never going to come into rulership again in life, man. And you're going to serve out 1,000 years of captivity, all right, and then you're going into that bonfire, man. Never to be seen again. What I wanted to grab. What I wanted to grab. Right. So the Lord, all right, is putting the spirit on these nations, all right, to go up against you, your dollar weak. Hey, and you and the Lord, you checkmate it, man. Let's look up this this definition of terminally ill. Give me the definition of a terminally ill. All right, it says a terminal illness is any condition expected to end in death. Examples include some cancers, advanced heart disease, and organ failure. Right. So, and what the scriptures say, that the Lord cometh to cut off a long disease, man. All right, that's why. That's why the Lord is. That's why the Lord said he's shortening the days, man. All right, because America, you devils are the cancer of the whole planet, and the Lord don't catch you out early, cut you out of the earth and get you up out of there early. What? You'll kill the whole planet, man. You'll kill everybody. There'll be no flesh left, man. There'll be no flesh left to save, man. The Lord don't come and surgically, forcefully remove you out of your spot, man. Okay? So I'm gonna hit that again. It said terminal illness, or end stage disease is a disease that cannot be cured or inadequately treated, as is expected to result in death of the patient. All right, hey, and that's America, man. That's the great horse. She's terminally ill, man, and there's nothing that can bring her back from bring her back from death, man. There's nothing that's going to stop, okay, this place from going belly up. Hey, you heard, hey, brothers that was tuned in heard the video, man. Trump may want to save this place. He might got big ideas. He might be trying to cut this and cut that. But at the end of the day, man, it's all going to come to naught. All right. Let me get this real quick. You devils done, bro. Checkmate. Let me get this. Right, that's this devil, man. This is Micah 2:1. It said, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Right. That's Esau Edom in a nutshell, man. All right, Job 9:24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. All right, so this devil, what he has the power to take, the Lord gave this devil the power to take peace from earth, man. And that's what he's doing. He's following the orders that the Heavenly Father gave him to a T. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning light, it says when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand, right? So these devils, what? They go to sleep, and when they wake up, they're trying to establish what? Their new world order. They're trying to push their agenda. Okay? Every day they trying to push closer and closer to their agenda, which is the new world order. And they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. Right? Hey, what you think they're trying to do in Venezuela, man? All right, they're trying to use force, to take over that place, man. What do you think what do you think they did to the Native Americans, the Northern Kingdom, man? All right, they covered field. What did it say? They keep if not at home, roughly paraphrasing, man. Right? It says, and they covered fields and take them by violence. It said, in houses and take them away. Hey, speaking of taking houses, you see what they doing over there, them small hats doing over there to the Palestinians, man. The Palestinians was there before they was there. Bro, they was just, the Palestinians leave a house to go to worship. All right, worship they false ass idol, right? And then come home and hey, you got motherfucking small hat up in their house talking about his theirs. Okay, it's just that, and the government backing them up. It says, and they cover fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage, right? And that's what this devil's been doing since he's crawled his red ass, okay, out of the obscurity when he during the Renaissance, man. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which ye shall not remove your necks, right? Checkmate, baby. You can't get out of this if you wanted to, Esau. Checkmate. That's where we at. Checkmate. All hell breaking loose. Martial law. During World War III. All right? With the RFID chip, microchip, all this Esau, he got to do. He got to fucking move, man. Time ain't on Esau's side, man. While he kicking the can down the road, there's a wall in back of him that's pushing him down that road, man. You know how you play Mario, and you playing the game, but you got the game kind of like push you along with, like, when you go to a certain point, you can't go back. Yeah, that's essentially what's going on here, man. Well, as he kicked that can down the road, guess what? He can keep kicking the can down the road, but he can't turn back. Okay? He can't go backwards. He must go forward, man. Okay? So 2026, yo, they're about to roll it all out, man. They're about to roll it all out, man. Hey, I was just, me and my wife, it was crazy because brothers know I do the ride share, and I was telling my wife, I'm like, yeah, I was telling about 2026, they gonna roll it all out. I was like, yeah, they got you gonna see Tesla robots and shit. You know what I mean? You know, they're gonna roll all that shit. I'm like, you're gonna see self-driving cars. So we talking, and then like a couple hours later, we watching the news, the regular TV watching the news, and they like, yeah, Venmo cars coming to Philadelphia. I'm like, oh shit, the self-driverless joint. 2026, Venmo coming to Philadelphia. They're gonna do a test pilot, and then from there they're going, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be, you know. And I'm like, hey, that's the end of Lyft and Uber, you know. But hey, we knew it was coming. The Lord put us up on game. And Esau about to pull the fucking trigger on his new world order, man. And it's not because it's not more so he wants to, but it's not just because he wants to, he has to. Even if he didn't want to, he still has to. Checkmate, baby. It says, therefore, thus saith Adonai, behold, against his family do I devise an evil, from which he shall not remove your necks. Neither should you go haughtily, for this time is evil, right? You ain't getting out of this one, you devil. All right? You ain't getting out of this one, devil. Right? This devil, hey, man, that's checkmate, baby. I'm gonna hit that again. Therefore, thus saith Adonai, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, right? Bad times coming for you devils, man. All right, you 2/3 of our people, you devils. All right, you elite, you small hats. Guess what? Yo, your worst nightmares and beyond is about to come true. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise the evil, from which he shall not remove your necks. Neither shall you go haughtily, for the time is evil, right? So you devils, you're not going to squirm your way out of this. You can't buy your way out. You can't negotiate your way out. Okay? You can't cut no deal, no ceasefire. None of that is going to get you out of, all right, fulfilling Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah prophecy, man. Nothing. You walking down that road kicking the can, and guess what? You walking straight into captivity and ultimate destruction, man. You know? Hey, it was funny because, brothers, if y'all get the chance, check out it's called Project Looking Glass. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, Esau was basically dealing with spirits on the left-hand side. And I believe they was using CERN. And what they was doing was, because if anybody remembers, CERN was cut. They just started CERN back up a couple of years ago, like a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. But they had shut it down. But from what I'm hearing is they had something called the Project Looking Glass. Salakia. Project Looking Glass, where they was basically dealing with spirits from the left-hand side, and these spirits was telling them the future. And when it was telling them the future, they was trying to come up with ways to alter the future, man. Like they'll put up and they like the left hand spirit will tell them something, and then they'll say okay, well, what if we do this? And then you know, the left hand spirit would tell them. Salaki. Right, the left hand spirit would tell them, like basically it will alter the future. Like if they like it asked them, all right, look, this was going to happen in the future, and we do this, what's going to happen? And it would alter the future, but they got to a certain point that nothing that they would do would actually change the inevitable. And they didn't go into it. They didn't go into what that inevitable was. They were just saying like they got to it's called a bottleneck, where every scenario that you pull, it leads to one outcome. No matter which way the scenario would switch up, and it would change and alter the future. But even within it altering the future, it all led to one singularity, man. All right, one singularity, one prophecy. Okay, that final prophecy that they could not change, man. And then they said after they couldn't change it, they just shut it down. They shut the program down. And they was asking, well, okay, well, why did they shut the program down? And they were saying they essentially shut it down because what would you do if you was asking something and it gave you the same answer over and over, and the answer that it gave you, you didn't like? So they shut it down. So, and the thing is, they didn't say what it was, but us in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, we know what it is. We know what you devil's future is. Or you devil's future is you're going into captivity. And you're trying to change it. You're trying to alter the future. You're trying to alter prophecy. But the Lord got you devil's checkmated. You're done. You're done. All right, America's done. Okay, and we're just waiting for this shit to play out, man. All right, this place is already done. It's all this shit then flatline, man. It's just that it hasn't registered Babylonian brains yet. Okay, that there's some hope, and maybe the people that's telling you that is finished. Maybe y'all putting tens on too. But the truth of the matter is there is no hill in this place. This place can't be healed. All right, there's no let me see. Let me see. Shit. Think I'm in there through the spirit. Shalom to the brother who watches our war. Shalom a lot. Shalom to the brother Moses Daxon. Shalom to the brother Atazawan. Shalom a lot. Yahweh Shem Shah. Barakadah to you and your household. Angel Badella. Judah Akia. Shalom a lot. Hey, Yahweh Shem Shah. Barakadah to all you brothers, man. Yeah, man. So this place is through, man. We here. Hey, it's a beautiful sight to behold. Hey, 2026. Hey, man, I think this might be it, brothers. Through the spring part, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. I think. Hey, because it's like, it's like this place being held together by fucking pixie dust, man. All right, because ultimately we know in the spirit is the Lord. All right, the elect man got to get sealed. All right, then the Lord gonna bring that chip got to come out. We know, but if you're looking at like everything that's going on in the world, that and how close we is to the RFID chip and the World War III, hey, it's just fucking it's. I marvel at the fact that the nukes haven't those nukes haven't been launched yet, which shows you that the Lord is in full control over everything, man. So we us through the spirit, we ain't got nothing to worry about. But hey, I'm gonna end right there through the spirit. I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Hey, the water for you brothers that tuned in. Hey man, we almost out this bitch. Hey brother, stay strong. Hey, push the word, and hey, let's keep this thing going, man. Till the Lord say so. Till the Lord say, say otherwise. So I'm gonna say shalom.